Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I have recently been in a little bit of a style rut and I wanted to create a process that I could do and that I could share with you guys on how to refresh your style and feel inspired again. So in this video, I want to share with you this little 8-step process that I've been doing, inspired by what I've seen online, things I've read, and the style tips of different people. I've collated it into something that works for me, and I thought I would share with you this little process in case you have been feeling the same. This video won't include any decluttering or any shopping because I think that should come after you feel inspired about your personal style and you know what's missing or what you need in your wardrobe. I want to focus in on how to feel inspired, how to get inspiration for outfits, figuring out what your lifestyle requires, and making a realistic plan moving forward when it comes to your style. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and if you enjoy seeing similar content to this, please like this video and please subscribe if this is your kind of thing. Step number 1 for me is about reflecting on why your style and your wardrobe isn't working out for you right now. For me, there are a couple of culprits that often is the cause of this. So one of them being that you're often shopping for your fantasy self. So the person that you fantasize to be, he is not really the person you are on a day-to-day basis. So you end up with all these clothes that don't fit your lifestyle. For example, you might have a lot of dressy clothes, but your lifestyle is very casual, or vice versa. And here you're limiting your options because you've got a lot of clothes that you actually can't wear on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, you may have recently gone through a huge lifestyle change. COVID aside, you may have changed jobs, or you may have moved to a new city, or there's something drastic in your life that has changed and your style no longer reflects the new lifestyle that you're living. There's often a culprit when it comes to feeling uninspired about our style, and I think being self-aware of what the reason is really helps us get a better understanding of our personal style and where it should be heading. While step 1 is more about how our clothes and our lifestyle fit together, in step 2, we're going to be reevaluating our actual wardrobe. So going into our wardrobes, take a step back and really look at it as objectively as we can and see if you are starting to see any patterns. So whether we have too much of a certain kind of piece, whether we have a lot of colour and we only wear neutrals, and whether there is anything that's jumping out at you that might be causing you to feel uninspired. Another thing I like to look at is the size of your wardrobe and how much clothes you actually own. For me, I know that when I have a huge wardrobe and it's overflowing, I start to feel very overwhelmed when I'm getting ready. And on the other hand, if my wardrobe is too small, I sometimes feel like there's not enough variety, and I start to get bored quite quickly as well. I think we all have our preference on what the perfect size wardrobe is, and knowing what suits you I think is also really important in this stage. The goal of step 2 is to make our actual wardrobe and our ideal wardrobe merge. While there's often things stopping us like our budget, our storage, our space, we want to get these two as close together as they can be. While reevaluating my wardrobe, I took 2 different steps. So the first thing I did was that I took out all my corporate clothes and put them into storage. I haven't worked in a job that had a really formal corporate dress code in about 2 years. So I don't really wear things like really tailored blazers, pencil skirts, and these are not the kind of things I would reach for on a casual basis. So I won't be wearing them anytime soon. And it was just taking up space in my wardrobe and making it look a lot more overwhelming. So what I did was that I simply took out all the corporate clothes and put them into storage. The second thing I did was move my event wear. And I go to events like once or twice a year, if even, and they just don't need to be in my wardrobe for me to look at every single day. By moving these 2 things into storage, I find my wardrobe to look less overwhelming, and it's a really good feeling to know that you can reach for any single piece in your wardrobe and everything works for your lifestyle. Step number 3 is definitely my favorite step in this whole process, and it is about wardrobe maintenance. In this step, we're cleaning, we're organizing, we're repairing, altering, and doing whatever we need to make our clothes look the best that they can look. This doesn't mean we want all our clothes to be new and to be perfect, but we want them to look as good as they can possibly look with the wear that they've gotten. How I actually like to do this is to look at my clothes section by section. So starting with the tops, I might take all of them out, and I like to give all my pieces a good steam. When I'm steaming, I like to look out for things like stains, little holes, loose thread, loose buttons, anything that needs a bit of love. Once I'm done, I let all the clothes air out a little bit before putting them back into my wardrobe. The reason why we go through this process is firstly to give our clothes a bit of a refresh. I find that giving things a good steam every so often just helps everything feel super fresh. It also means that there's no creases in my clothes. So if I wanted to reach for it one morning, I can easily grab it and go without having to worry about steaming it if I'm in a rush. Another bonus thing that happens when I'm doing this process is that I get to appreciate all the little details in my clothing again. And sometimes when you look at a piece up close, you start to see all the beautiful details that you may have forgotten when things are just kind of crammed up in your wardrobe. The goal at the end of step 3 is to not be able to use the phrase, "I've got nothing to wear." Because we've got a wardrobe full of clothes or, a drawer full of clothes that we can now reach for. And the only thing now is looking for outfit inspiration to get us going again. In step 4, we are mood boarding. And because we're not feeling incredibly inspired by our wardrobe, we are going to look elsewhere for inspiration. So in this stage, we're going to go to Pinterest, we're going to do Instagram, we're going to do magazines if you want to do it the traditional way, and just find the aesthetic that we like. In this step, I want to say that I don't think our style needs to fit into a certain category. For example, like bohemian or minimalist, or feminine, like girly. I don't think it needs to fit into any of these words. And I just think that our personas change depending on where we are, and our style should reflect that as well. So when you're mood boarding, don't feel the need to make everything cohesive, because it doesn't have to be. However, I do think there's a few things to keep in mind, especially what we learned in part 1. So if you have a fantasy self, try not to mood board for her. Try to mood board for what your actual life is like. If you find yourself moving from an office job into working from home, then maybe it's worthwhile mood boarding for casual outfits. Things that you can actually wear in your daily personal style. I've created 2 mood boards, which I'll pop up on the screen now. And the first one is what I consider my style to be. So this is what I will wear majority of the time, Monday to Friday, when I'm working, when I'm going out for dinner, when I'm meeting up with friends in the city. This is what I would be wearing. And I've also created a second mood board, which features clothing that is a bit more casual, and it's what I would wear during my spare time. So when I'm traveling on weekends, the other things that I fill my day with other than work. When mood boarding, I always find it useful to keep in mind your lifestyle, but to not necessarily feel limited by it. Just pin and add what you love, and in the next step, we can kind of work it into our own wardrobe and our lifestyle. So in the next step, I brought my phone over because we are going to be analyzing and learning from what we've saved or what we've pinned. The step is kind of in 2 parts. So with analyzing, we're looking at a photo and just figuring out what exactly it is that we like. Sometimes when I see a photo with like beautiful European architecture in the background, I just like it. She could be wearing anything, but I'm just gonna like the photo because it's pretty and it's the city vibes that I'm drawn to. And in other photos, I actually like the hair, the makeup. So there's oftentimes things other than the clothes that I appreciate about photo. And I think it's nice to make a note of it to figure out what it actually is that I like about this photo, which pretty much has gone into the learning part. I want to take the things that I like about each photo and make them into tangible things that I can do to recreate this style. So I've taken my phone and I'm just scrolling through my mood board on Pinterest. In this first photo, I'm very much inspired by the overall vibe and aesthetic, rather than the specific pieces she's wearing. So in this photo, I want to take away the fact that she looks very laid back and casual, but there's something chic about the outfit. And I also love the fact that she's got a pop of color in her bag, but the rest of her outfit is very monochromatic. Some things I want to take away from this photo is a monochromatic outfit always looks very chic. And then if you want to make it feel a bit more fun, adding a pop of color in your accessories is a really good way to go about it. And it's actually one of my favorite things that I have learned from Pinterest photos. And then the second thing is unexpected, but I actually really like her low bun. And I've never been able to do much of a bun myself, so this is something that I might try and learn because I love the aesthetic of her hair up in this outfit. In the second example, I do like her overall vibe, but specifically I love this photo because of the actual pieces that she's wearing. The fit of everything I just think is perfect. In this photo, I'm learning that I really love voluminous coats and jackets. There's something about it that looks really chic to me. And I'm also a huge fan of mixing navy and brown. I think those two colors look so good together. I think in this step, try to be as specific as you possibly can. Is it the hairstyle? Is it the color combo? I think it's no good just saying, you know, I like everything about this photo. Really try and narrow in on the specific things that you like. We are going to go back into our wardrobes again, and we're going to put what we have just learned into practice. So for me, I said that I liked a monochromatic outfit with a pop of color bag. So all I'm going to do is basically to recreate that with pieces that I already own. I'm going to try out everything that I have learned from my Pinterest boards, and this could work, it might not work, but I think it's about trying, because by trying we're creating new outfits that we may not have thought of before. Depending on how many things you've learned, the number of outfits you create will be very different, but the whole point of it is to take what you have learned and to actually just inject it into your style. I think to be open-minded in this step, so if you don't have the exact pieces that they are wearing, that is okay. There's always something that you can recreate. Step 7 is very quick and very easy, but all you're gonna do is to take photos of your 5 favorite outfits you created today. So the point of this is that you're going to create a little folder on your phone with these 5 outfits in it, and wherever you're stuck for inspiration, you can always turn back and refer to these outfit ideas. On those mornings when you're getting ready and you hate everything that you're wearing, I think it's good to be able to refer back to some outfits that you know you love and to make that morning process go a bit smoother. You might find that as you feel more confident with your style, you feel more comfortable mixing and matching different pieces and creating variations of these 5 outfits to wear. Step number 8, and what is the final step, is to keep on referring back to your mood board, the photos you saved, the photos you took of yourself in the 5 outfits that you liked, and keep on referring to these photos for an entire month before purchasing or decluttering anything in your wardrobe. I think by not decluttering anything and not purchasing anything in 30 days, you're working your creative muscles and giving yourself a chance to figure out your style. So that includes what you love and what you hate. And you'll also be saving yourself from making some of the mistakes that I frequently make. When I'm feeling uninspired, I might go out and buy clothes, and sometimes these clothes don't really reflect my long-term style goals. They're things that I buy in a momentary lapse to try new things and try and quickly revamp my style. And almost always these pieces don't last in my wardrobe because they don't reflect my long-term style goals. I've said in this video that I think style is very fluid, but that being said, it should not be changing day to day and that it should be a long-term style journey. So by waiting for 30 days, I find that I make much better style decisions when it comes to adding new things in new styles into my wardrobe. It also gives you a chance for your wish list items to stay on your wish list for a while and to make these purchases really intentional to suit your new style. This is my not so little 8-step process of how I've refreshed my style this year. One of the things that I love most about blogging and YouTube is just how much I've learned about my own style from other women. So if there's anything that you'd like to add to this video, any advice, tips that you like to do, please share them with me down below because I would love to hear them and I feel like other people can benefit as well. I don't do a lot of how-to videos, but I would love to do them a little bit more. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know down below what you enjoyed about it. and what you'd like to see for the future. A few more things before I go. I wanted to share with you my Instagram account, and I post a lot of outfit inspiration there and just a lot of outfit of the day photos if you want to follow me there. I've also gotten back into filming reels, and I had so much fun filming my last one, so it'll be on my Instagram if you guys are interested. Otherwise, if you like the content you saw today, please subscribe if you aren't already, and I would love to see you back here on my channel. Thank you guys so much as always, and I'll see you soon. Bye!